guys, Mark here, Celtic Crossbows. Somebody messaged me earlier today asking about foregrips, what's best for the tactical pistol crossbows. What I'm going to do to make things easier for the sake of this video, whether it be the Bear Desire XL, the Anglo Arms OP360, the Mancung Alligator, the Steambow Stinger 2, the Yak Terminator 3. If it uses this chassis, it's a Polang. Simple as. All the rest is just branding. It's a Polang crossbow. They made in China. And they developed well over the years from the metal framed SAS Cobra style, Prophecy, up to the latest ones, an evolution. The original being the Barnett Commando pistol crossbow, designed and built in Britain, and when the patent ran out, the design, production and manufacture was taken up in China. So that brings us up to date, right? Grips. 4 grips for cocking. Now, this is okay, the front, if you've got an empty bow with no magazine. So this is good enough for cocking your pistol crossbow with. You don't need an additional grip. Now, when you start using the higher power limbs, you will need an additional power grip. On this version, there's a ball in the handle here. And when you're using the 80 pound plus bow limbs on these, you will need, and you're not using a magazine, to get extra leverage on the back for that not to hurt your hand. That is all covered in another video which I will link below. But what about once you got your magazine fitted, and your hands are in your cocking, you're coming down, you're bringing back, you could indeed have one of these arms snap, is not uncommon for these to snap. I sell spares for these. They're over on my eBay or my coffee page. And what would happen is then, you could have the bow limbs fly back, you could have a bolt through your hand. This is why Steambow took this off, which I think I commend them for doing that and moving the handle to underneath. But at the same time, this acts as a nice big cloggy hole, so if you put the crossbow down the ground through grass, you're going to bung it up in the front. So I like to keep this on here. I think this is great for keeping shit out of the front of your exit port. Okay, so what grips to use? Well, this is a standard from Mancung. It's a great design. It was never designed for a grip. It was designed to be a hand rest. It is supposed to be facing the other way around. So your hand comes up to here, and this will be facing back down this way. And it means, so when you're cocking, your hand is in the wrong position. You're already close together. You want a wide brace as possible to cock your pistol crossbow with a magazine on it without fouling the exit port at the front. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures now of ones which I've tested and have been complete failures because it's not the purpose they're designed for. I'm not saying that the grips are junk, but they will not work with the pistol crossbows. Okay, so I'm going to come to the first one now. Okay, so the first one I'm showing you is this triangular style grip for the front. I no longer have mine. I threw it away after a day. Where it screws on underneath, it's basically just it's good for a pistol or an AR style piece of equipment, but where your hand goes to cock it, it does not give you any. If you're holding your hand is facing the wrong way, you need your arms facing inwards to give you compression. If your arm's facing that way, you're already losing 25% of the cocking effort required. So all the triangular style pistol front grips, which I'm showing now, these are no good for a pistol crossbow. You get no mechanical advantage, you get no leverage from that. Sun is blinding now. Any other time it's too dark in here. I wouldn't know yet. Right, so the next one then, which I'm showing now, is the folding pistol grip. Mine lasted 1 stroke of cocking a Steambow powered Alligator. This one actually. It looks pretty. It's all it's good for is something with an internal firing propellant system, such as black powder, center point, rim fire. Because as soon as you start to pull down on the handle, the plastic lugs which hold it here on the pivot As soon as I come down, they just snap clean off. So it only lasted one cycle. So all the ones with the folding grip at the front, which I'm showing now, these are absolutely no good at all for use with a crossbow. You either need ones with a solid upright. Now there's several types available. Those with a screw-in knurl at the bottom, so you slide them onto your Picatinny and screw them up. They're very good and reliable. Again, it's hard to pinpoint which ones, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a follow-up video showing the ones which I recommend for use with a pistol crossbow, because I haven't seen anybody else cover it. Everybody's going on about power. Yeah, das ist fantastisch. But I've not seen anybody covering handles which are absolutely wunderbar. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is now take a note of the styles I just showed you on this video, and we're going to do a follow-up video, and I'm going to guess them in to show you how I tested. Ones which are guaranteed to work and which you will not let you down. And I'll just say this because I'm a Man Kung agent. These are worth their weight in gold. They are brilliant. Like I said, it was initially designed supposed to be a palm shelf grip to be held that way. But as I myself, and also one of the other YouTubers I talk to on a regular, in South Africa, he's pointed out to me as well, he came up with the same conclusion. This makes a great system, and to cut off these side gates, which I haven't got around to doing yet, to give you a little bit more hand room and more versatility on your Picatinny rail as well, because you don't need the hand guards. If you fit in a magazine, you don't need the hand guards. If you're not fitting a magazine, you do need them, because if you're not used to shooting crossbows, you can wrap your hands over and the string will take your fingers off. The hand guard is designed to stop you from damaging your fingers. So unless you fit in a magazine, leave them on. Okay. And now on the next tip which I'm going to give you as well. Yes, it was the multi-combined 2-in-1 bargain bucket laser hand grip system. I tried two different ones. One other triangular design again, which was a complete failure because you could get no leverage from it. That went in the bin. The second one was one where it was plastic, went onto the Picatinny rail underneath, and as you expect, as you're pressing and pulling on the handle, etc., it was a cylindrical handle with a laser through the top. As you're pressing and pulling, when I locked it in a vise and to range test it, from shot to shot, your point aim shifts. Your best type of laser to get for these, or sighting system, one that actually fits on the magazine, because the magazine does not move. It is locked in position. It has no outside interference and it can't be manipulated. Now the steamboat magazine, where it sits in and it fits on the top, I think is a great idea because you've got the full use of the rail. You can open the rail all the way up to give you bolt access. That is the only thing that lets down the Snake Hunter magazine. You can't open, not change it, open. You can't open the magazine. As listening to too many American videos, that is. They overpronounce everything. You can't open the magazine lever more than that, which does make it difficult for fitting in. I would have liked to have seen the lever come up from this side, very similar, if not identical, to the Adarini system, where you just press the catch in front, lift it up, drop your bolts in, and on the back. That, if somebody can come up with a pistol crossbow magazine like that, you're onto a winner. That'd be perfect. But in the meantime, the most of those I've seen which are good are coming from this side, which does give you a fairly decent amount of room on the 3D printed to put your things in. There are the other 3D magazines which have tried to address this by putting the lever at the front. This would have worked, but that is way too shallow for any common sense to put your bolts into. This should be extended to the front about here, as you could press the lever down, and it would give you a complete perpendicular access to your magazine system. Incidentally, if you see this magazine, don't buy it, it's shit. Top tip. So hope these little tips for you today as a point you in the right way with your upgrades. So that's your tips today. Number 1, don't go for the triangular hand grips. Don't go for the 2-in-1 hand grips, and certainly do not buy this pistol magazine for loading your bolts. It is one of the worst magazines I've ever come across. There's a video on it further back. I'll include the link below so all you guys can go and have a look at it. Thanks and bye bye.